So far away, Lucas. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about the saviour of the MCU.
Hell fucking yeah, the Iron Avenger himself. So, Lucas, you know the drill by now. Let the folks at home know specifically what we're talking about.
Yeah, so we are going to be talking about Iron Man, also known as Anthony Stark from Earth 616.
And you can find a link to the wiki we're referring to below, without further ado, the basic biographical information of Mr. Iron Man. Real name, Anthony Edward Tony Stark. Current alias, Iron Man. And aliases, so folks at home, here's your weekly list of band names. Actor, Anthony of York, the Armored Avenger, which is my favourite one. I fucking love the Armored Avenger, or the Iron Avenger. Bullethead, Bossman, Brassman, the Crimson Dynamo, the Cobalt Man. Director, Electro, the Engineer, Ferris Fellow, General Patton, the Golden Avenger, Golden Boy, the Golden Gladiator, Hogan Potts, Howard Jarvis, Ice Age Man, Invincible Iron Man, Iron Gentleman, Iron Pig, Lackey, Man of Iron, Martini, Mark I, Master of Machinery, Metal Man, Mr. Iron Guy, Mr. Man, Mr. Roboho, Richard Franco, Robot Man, Space Knight, Spare Parts, Tetsujin, Tin Man, Tones, Ultron.
My favourite is just the classic of the Invincible Iron Man. That just sounds cool.
The Invincible Iron Man, yeah. I am a big fan of, though, just the Iron Avenger, because Iron Man was one of my pocket characters in Ultimate Marvel, and just his level 3 of just Iron Avenger, and just like the fucking full power unibeam is so incredible. I love it. And then we've just got like affiliations, and it's just every single team that has ever existed in Marvel, because, you know, Iron Man's been around for so long. And then base of operations, again, all over the fucking world. He's existed for so long, worked with so many people. With it, status, public identity, which I like. I like that. Iron Man's one of the, the earliest comic heroes. Like, fuck it, everyone knows who I am. I walk around in a bulletproof robot suit half the time. What the fuck are you going to do about it? Education, MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, multiple PhDs in physics, mechanical engineering, and electrical engineering.
Of course, because the classic comic book way to show a character is smart is like, yeah, he just has 83 PhDs, get on with it.
Unless the Hank Pym, who doesn't have any. Remember we did that? We covered Hank Pym, he's got like one fucking doctorate or something. I was like, wait, what? Anyway.
Oh no, only one doctorate, Karl. Whatever will he do?
Compared to like Tony fucking Stark. And then we have characteristics, gender, male, height 6'1" without armour, 6'6" including the armour, weight 225 pounds without his armour, 425 pounds including the armour, eyes blue, hair black.
I'm really surprised that the armour is like that light.
Lucas, it's fucking future Iron Man shit. I'm surprised it doesn't weigh like 1 pound.
I just thought to be durable, it'd be like fucking at least heavier than he is.
It probably was at the start. I love that. I love the fucking Pots and Pans robot outfit. It's so good.
Yeah.
I love Pots and Pans Iron Man. Anyway, so overview. Anthony, Tony Stark, is a genius, inventor, and billionaire industrialist who suits up in his armour of cutting-edge technology to become the superhero Iron Man. Yeah, I think that's about all you need. If you don't know Iron Man's origin story by now, the fuck are you doing watching these videos? I don't really want to do the history, but we have to have a quote from the man himself. And oddly enough, it's not "I am Iron Man," which I fucking love as a quote, but no, it is instead. Everything I've done, everything I'll do today, everything I'll ever do, I do to protect this world. When I put on this armour, I took on more power than any human was ever intended to have, and maybe more responsibility than my heart can truly bear. But today, I will do my job. I will protect you, no matter what it takes.
As good as that statement is, it's not I am Iron Man, is it?
No, it's because that sums him up as a character. It's like the ego of Tony Stark, but also as well later in the series, it takes on like, an altogether different meaning, where he realised like, no, I am Iron Man. It's a mantle. I have this huge responsibility to the world. It's only me who can do it. Now, I am the reason, like, he is the genesis for everything that happens in the MCU. Because like when he reveals himself to the world, like, you even have that quote from Thor, don't you? Which says, by like, harnessing power like this, you are like, broadcasting to the universe that you are ready to accept like a higher form of war. And only Iron Man takes that fucking seriously, because he goes into space and just sees, oh fuck, look at everything that's coming to kill us. This is one of the things I like about heroes that are like, especially well established, is that they have a section simply listed personality. So I do like these sections, and we'll have another quote from Iron Man here. I can create a world without war, I can make a world without alcohol or drugs, without hate or jealousy, but then it wouldn't be the world we live in. Nothing would be learned, nothing would be gained, we wouldn't advance as a species. I think that, again, just speaks to, the weight of responsibility he feels. Like, yeah, I could solve so many problems, but if I solve the problems, would people grow as a species, or they just come to rely on me for them? And that's something he wrestles with every day. And that's summed up by this sentence here of, Tony Stark is, for lack of a better word, complicated. And I think that's all you need.
Yeah.
He's complicated. And then Lucas, would you like to get to the fun stuff before we start sniffing our farts even more?
Of course.
Perfect. Yeah, so powers and abilities, folks at home, the thing you've actually tuned in for. So we have here the Marvel Power Grid, which people who don't know is a ranking system of 1 to 7, with 7 being nigh omnipotent in that one regard, and 1 being average for a human. And for Iron Man, it is everything is a 6 or a 5 when he's in his armor. So he is like up there as one of the strongest beings, at least on Earth, if not the universe. Considering the company that he keeps. Powers. Tony Stark possesses no biological enhancements. At one point he gains superhuman abilities due to interactions with various types of technologies, namely the Extremis virus, but they have since become inaccessible because they wanted to retcon his storyline. And it says that here, when he had the Extremis virus, he had access to enhanced sensors, reflexes, and regenerative healing. He programmed the serum to help him have a better connection and control over his Iron Man armor, effectively making him Iron Man inside and out. And if I remember correctly, there was something about the Extremis armor that made me really uncomfortable, and it is that the Extremis armor was stored inside his bones.
Ooh, no, I don't like that.
And when he called for the armor, it exploded out of his bones. But his abilities include super genius intelligent. Quite apart from the powers granted to him by the suit, Tony Stark is far more than a mechanical engineering prodigy. With an intelligence classified as super genius, he is easily one of the smartest people on Earth. Furthermore, this extends to his remarkable ingenuity in dealing with difficult situations and foes. He's able to deal with a multitude of threats in unorthodox and very effective ways. For example, when he built his first Iron Man armor in captivity. He's also been able to hack technology from beings such as the Kree, a race centuries more advanced than humans. Tony's genius allows him to act as a futurist, a person capable of intuiting the future based on current trends, to the point of foreshadowing a situation like the superhuman civil war that was going to happen years before it did. This ability also extends to a much smaller scale, with Tony being capable of predicting with accuracy the way an interaction with a given individual will go down before even talking to them.
Man, yeah, I can see why people don't like talking to Tony Stark. He must come across as such an asshole.
He does, yeah, like when you try to tell him something like he already knows. So Stark can use his superior intellect to the levels of dividing his consciousness with the help of Stark data shades. And perfectly operate 3 portions of his subconsciousness at the same time, being able to move, fight, talk, and process information in 3 different bodies at the same time. So he transfers his consciousness into different bodies, or maybe like Iron Man armors, and does separate things at the same time. Master businessman. Stark is extremely well respected in the business world, able to command people's attention when he speaks on economic matters by virtue of the fact he is savvy enough to have, over the years, built up, and I quote, several multi-billion-dollar companies from nothing. He is known for the loyalty he commands and returns to those who work for him, as well as his impeccable business ethics. He also strives to be environmentally responsible in his businesses, and in one case immediately fired an employee who made a profitable but illegal sale to Doctor Doom. Oh, that's so fucking good. Oh. He states that if he wanted to, he could give away his entire fortune and build it up again within a week. Stark most notably turned his father's munitions firm into a multinational corporation that covered virtually all contemporary scientific industry when barely in his early 20s. Yeah, fair enough. He is a master tactician. It says here that he can, he's capable of formulating battle strategies on the fly that almost always go right. Skilled combatant. He was trained in unarmed combat by Captain America, Black Widow, Black Panther, and Shang-Chi. Yeah, that's it. That's all you need. Done. Multilingual. Apart from English, Tony can speak different languages, including Japanese, Mandarin Chinese, French, Russian, and Korean. He might also know multiple Middle Eastern languages, at one point noting that Urdu wasn't his strong suit in particular. So that's another one, isn't it, as well, where you want to show someone as being smart, they speak multiple languages flawlessly.
Presumably while playing chess.
While playing chess, yeah. I fucking hate that trope of people playing chess to be smart. Anyway, strength level. Without his armor, Tony possesses a strength a little superior to that of a normal human who also engages in moderate regular exercise. Weaknesses, alcoholism.
Yeah.
Yeah, demon in a bottle. And then it just says here that, he occasionally falls off the wagon. And the detail that I like is, though, that he used to fly the Iron Man suit while drunk.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
What a hero. Constant recharge. Due to the shrapnel in his body, Iron Man must keep his suit charged at all times. Memory problems. Due to his recent memory deletion. Oh, did they just want to reset the timeline without resetting it and say, he deleted his memories? Anyway, it says that sometimes he doesn't remember things like how to tie a tie. Whatever comic books. And then, Lucas, paraphernalia. And it just says here, the Iron Man armor. Fucking yes, we're covering the Iron Man armor. And what's your favourite Iron Man armor?
Oh, I can't remember the name of it now.
Oh, because I'm a big fan of, like I said, pots and pans Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Just that one. Fucking pots and pans Iron Man is the best Iron Man in my opinion.
Oh, that was it. The superior Iron Man suit. I love the look of that.
That one's fucking clean. And then in the MCU, it's the original one. Do you know the first one from the Iron Man movie? Yeah, because it has all the moving parts and all the whirring gears. It just looks more impressive visually. Suiting up the iron armour. Originally, Iron Man's armour was put on manually. Loser. Since the Model 2, the only parts need to be snapped onto his body with the torso, the arm leg adapters, the cuffs, the gloves and the boots, and the fingers on the back of the hands. The Model 4 suit allow for every section of the suit to be stored in the torso with an ultrasonic signal proceeding from Stark's wristwatch. Then the Model 8 armour and later suits required again for the entire part of the suit to be snapped on. The Model 16 armour, however, was able to be stored compactly and fly towards Tony if necessary. And I love when he starts getting to that point where the armour just flies at him. The Model 19 armour, on the other hand, had a mesh covering the entire body made of a liquid metal that automatically covered the entire body once a chest piece was placed on it. Gloves, boots and torso had to be put on manually. Then we have the Extremis virus, which restored the suit underneath the hollows of his bones. Ugh. After losing Extremis, Tony's new Model 37 armour was composed of, and I quote, neurokinetic, user-controlled, morphologic nanoparticle bundles. That is a fucking sentence in a comic book if I've ever read one, and formed a fibrous wet web of iron and platinum that could be commanded to form any type of structure upon Stark's skin, from weaponry to clothing. And that leads to one of those great details that you see over the progression of the MCU, and it's every time Iron Man encounters a new threat, foe or ally, he will incorporate their technology into his own.
Oh, okay.
So Joe, initially he has like the big Iron Man shield when he's like the fight on Titan, and he just gets overwhelmed by Thanos immediately. In the next movie, he's now got Wakandan tech. Do you like the holographic shield?
Yeah.
Little details like that I really appreciate, where like, he's constantly tinkering and making improvements to his armor. And you even have that great character moment from Mark Ruffalo. When he first turns into like the liquid metal Iron Man armor.
Mm-hmm.
If you zoom in on Mark Ruffalo's face, he's like, what the fuck is going on here? Because he's never seen it before. Because he's been off planet for like 10 years. Armour capabilities, superhuman strength. The Iron Man armour is easily capable of lifting in excess of 100 tons and can achieve higher levels of strength when powered by a sufficiently more powerful source. When She-Hulk got into a major frenzy, Tony was able to put her down in one punch.
What?
His exact strength heavily depends on which armour he is currently wearing and the level of charge that it possesses. Superhuman speed. Even when not travelling for extended distances, the armour enables the wearer to move and react at very high speeds, shown for example when he was able to outmaneuver Spider-Man and the Human Torch. And Spider-Man has precognition, and the Human Torch can fly like Mach 83. Flight. The armour can typically reach speeds in excess of Mach 10 very easily. However, Iron Man has been recently depicted as being able to reach orbital escape velocities, 5 miles per second, and up to speeds that can outrun black holes. The use of jet boots provide enough power to lift a load of about 500 tons. Most recent suits are even capable of reaching, and I quote, warp speed. Power cells. Most of his armour are powered by a combination of solar converters and electrical batteries, and onboard generators that use beta particle absorption as a fuel source. Current Iron Man models of armour use a set of 5 repulsor tech generators. I think as well, here we go. Energy conversion power recharge. The armour is also capable of absorbing and converting nearby or faraway energy sources such as heat, solar, electrical, magnetic, geothermal or kinetic energy, or energy from the planet itself into electricity, or even drain energy directly from batteries for recharge. So basically, any form of energy that exists in his peripheral can be used to power the suit. Magnetism. The armour can generate magnetic fields. Anti-magnetism. The armour Tony has to negate the effects of magnetism on it. This skill is used often to be immune to the powers of Magneto.
That makes sense. They had to write something in, didn't they?
So he flies and fights Magneto in a suit made of metal, and Magneto's like, what is this? Override. Now, this is the fun one. When required, armour systems, including strength, amplification, durability, amplification, and repulsor intensity, can be greatly increased by bypassing safety circuits and limiters. Lucas, he can do it.
Oh, you can push past the limits.
He could push past the limits. So it seems that he wants to utilise this resource on the Hulk once, as the armour ends up completely inert after the fight. The range of the override can be controlled, as only reaching the very limit and staying at it for a long time will cause a system failure. This range goes from a relatively safe 800% up to a very dangerous 5,000%. Like, Lucas, what does it feel like as an opponent to see someone power up beyond 5,000%? That's like Super Saiyan levels of power-ups going on there.
Yeah.
We have here defensive powers, crystallized iron armor. The armor has evolved from a bulky iron suit into a highly complex matrix of, I hope I get this right, molecularly aligned, fully crystallized, ultra-high carbon, iron steel hybrid alloy enhanced by magnetic fields. Over layers of other ultra-hyper alloys like titanium, tungsten, vanadium, reinforced with carbon nanotubes, creating a shell that is pliable yet amazingly high in terms of resilience and protection. Fucking hell, that's a sentence.
Christ.
Oh, that's a sentence in a comic book. Enhanced durability. His armor is very durable. Yeah, no shit. Attacks that the iron armor has been seen taking without issue include high caliber bullets, rockets, missiles, torpedoes, lasers. Future armors were fully resistant against electricity, fire, heavy impacts, energy blasts, and temperatures ranging from 0 Kelvin up to the temperature on the surface of the sun. I don't know when the video stopped recording, because I'm still fucking going. So folks at home, I'm really sorry I don't know when that cut off, but it just keeps going.
Yeah.
Like, I think that just as it was getting cut off, I was talking about, his armor has shit in it that stops like telepathic attacks. It keeps going on and on and on and on, but like, I'm just going to cover the offensive powers. We have the repulsor rays, the most iconic ability of Iron Man.
Of course.
The armor's primary energy weapon, a particle beam weapon, standard equipment in the palm gauntlets, can repel physical and energy-based attacks, traveling as a single stream or as a wide field dispersal. Beams possess penetrative strength ranging from effortlessly punching through 2 inches of steel to blasting a hole through a mountain. The latest version of the armor was introduced. It features a red color, which means they're more powerful.
I guess so.
If they're red,
yeah.
they're stronger. And then we have Unibeam, a powerful searchlight capable of projecting beams in virtually every light spectrum, also used as a powerful weapon that can, and I quote, destroy anything in its path. Different forms of the Unibeam include the Tri-Beam, fucking TN in the house. This unique version of the Unibeam runs on direct power from the chest plate, draining its energy rapidly, if not fully charged. The Multi-Beam, as the name implies, the Multi-Beam can fire multiple energies at the same time. So it's basically a beam of different kinds of energy all at the same time. The Pentabeam, oh my god.
Oh, yes.
The Pentabeam has a microwave lensing projector that allows for directed beams of ultra-high, multi-megajoule electrons, protons, acoustic energy, and neutrons. The Omni-Beam, oh my god, Lucas, it gets worse.
Yeah.
Rather than only firing beam types, the Omni-Beam can generate heats at 25,000 degrees Fahrenheit, extremely powerful lights causing, and I quote again, irreversible blindness in the enemy, and emit ultrasonic attacks capable of stunning even the superhumanly durable foes, and even causing disintegration. So this simultaneously fires a beam of heat capable of melting near enough anything, that's bright enough to blind anything, and is so fucking loud that it can just disintegrate things through sheer vibration. The other way the Omni-Beam is fired is by absorbing or draining any energy in Iron Man's vicinity, drawing it into his chest reactor and converting it into billions of petawatts of energy, and then firing it in a single just fucking blast. And there's more shit on there, but what do you do? And that's what I mean of like, just no, fuck it, all 8 gates. No. The fuck do you do? It's Iron Man.